Right now, this is Ticker News Insight.
Hello and welcome back to Ticker News Insight, where we are looking to focus on the best of business with clever people joining me from right around the world. I'm your host, Mike Loder, and to our latest story. And John Lang is the CEO of Lumify Group, Australasia's largest provider of ICT training courses. The company has recently rebranded and aims to tackle the critical technology skills shortages currently facing the ANZ region. It's an ongoing topic, and I'm glad I've got John helping me today. Good to see you, my friend.
Mike, thanks for having me.
No worries at all. So what was the objective of the rebrand that you guys have undertaken? I guess what will change for the 30,000 plus students that you guys train each year?
I suppose for over the past 30 or so years, what was previously known as DDLS, we've significantly expanded into lots of different services, new industries, new regions. So we launched an online learning company. We've done some recent acquisitions over the ditch over in New Zealand. We bought a business called House, which is actually New Zealand's largest ICT training provider. Nice. And then more recently, we purchased a business called Nexeq, which is Australia's largest Microsoft end-user apps training provider. So with all this growth and expansion, and also the fact it was 30 years, we felt that this was the right time to unite all of our brands because there was lots of different brands and services. They're now under that single unified brand, which is really exciting.
Absolutely. So what does the new name Lumify encompass to you and the team, and why did you guys choose that name specifically?
Sure. Look, I won't lie, it was a big process. I had the whole marketing team involved. We knew we needed to do this, but was really happy, and it really stood out, the name Lumify, which actually means to illuminate. It was chosen to really reflect our extensive IT training experience, but ultimately that name Lumify was chosen to reflect the company's belief in the power of learning. And ultimately its ability to really enlighten and transform our students. So very excited with where we landed on that one.
Yeah, good stuff from you guys. So what is Lumify Group's unique offering compared to other ICT training providers, just to bring it back to what you guys are offering?
Look, there's no doubt it's a packed space, digital training, but what we're very fortunate enough to be is that there's no other training provider in Australasia that has the same breadth of courses and flexible training formats that we offer. So Lumify Group, we're actually that largest provider, not just IT, but also specifically cybersecurity training, as well as process training. We have 11 purpose-built campuses all around Australia, New Zealand and the Philippines. And the best thing is, and it's something that we've got really unique, is it's not just about the campuses. We also now have a full digital team that can deliver to individual specific needs. So that's bespoke in-house developed courses. We can do face-to-face sessions. We can do purely online. We can do blended. And ultimately, there's no other provider with as wide a reach in terms of geography, but also more importantly, the vendors that we have, whether it's the powerhouses of the likes of Microsoft, AWS, VMware, all these high-tech providers that we're authorised training a provider that's allowed to deliver for them. There's no one else that can do that.
Yeah, John, the breadth of education that you guys look like you can provide is incredible to think. So how does Lumify Group aim to tackle that critical skills shortages within the technology sector specifically? It's been a big one I've been speaking to a lot of people about. Take us through how you guys are looking to help.
Yeah, look, there's a lot happening. We all know that, and you speak. There's a lot of media out there at the moment about the digital skills shortage. The Technology Council of Australia, I think it estimate we need around, I think it's 286,000 workers to join the tech sector by 2025. And here we are, we're about to hit 2023, so we haven't got a lot of time. Now, ultimately, universities are just simply unable to fill this gap. That's nearly 300,000 people within the next few years. And that's where we come in. So we have our short courses, and they're developed in partnership with those world-leading tech vendors that I discussed, and delivered by industry accredited experts. And so that the big thing that we make sure is we get people job ready much faster than anyone else. So it's really tackling that tech skills shortage, which is plaguing so many Aussie organisations, and we're constantly expanding and updating our course offering to really reflect that change in those skills requirements, because we know, as an example, very recently we actually had to launch 2 new bootcamp courses covering data science and AI, just as an example, and that's following that sharp increase we're seeing in the demand for these skills.
Yeah, it absolutely sounds like you guys are just as nimble as to what is required when it comes to filling those gaps in the education sector. So I'm excited to see what happens to you in the Lumify group moving forward. But John, thank you so much for joining me on the network and telling us all about what you guys are up to. It seems like you're doing great work across the region. So thank you.
Mike, thanks for your time.
All the best. Well, there you have it. I hope you've learned something from my discussion with John there, and thank you so much for tuning in for now. I've been your host, Mike Loder, and be sure to head to tickernews.co for more. Happy holidays. I'll see you again very soon.